Hello, welcome to the Walking Kev. On this week's video we're in the Black Mountains, part of the Brecon Beacons National Park in South Wales. We started at Gospold Pass, where you can park quite easily and get access to the first mountain, which is Tumper, or Lord Hereford's Knob. We then moved on to Rostirien, about 2 miles, and then found a place to pitch the tents. If you do enjoy the video, please drop me a like. And please subscribe to the channel, it really helps me out, and big thanks to everyone who's liked the previous videos and subscribed already. I'll leave you with the sunset and then we'll get into the tent. Right, we're back out again in the Tango Vango. I'm using all my cheap £99.30 gear again tonight, apart from the sleeping bag. It's too cold for my two-season OEX bag, so I've had to go for my Sea to Summit Trek 3, which is quite a bit warmer than the other one. But apart from that, it's going to be another night in the budget gear to see how it's done. A bit high up this time as well, up in the Black Mountains. I'll stick a bit in the description about exactly where we are, well, roughly where we are. Quite a nice evening for it. Got a couple of beers this time as well. And I might even show you around a slightly different tent as well, because I'm not alone tonight. But yeah, I'll show you the time lapse. Well, not a bad evening. Hopefully some decent time lapses of what was quite a nice sunset. Not too bad conditions now. Slight breeze, pretty cold. Really glad I bought the warmer sleeping bag. But that is the only upgrade I've made so far in terms of the £100 budget gear I'm using. Just a different sleeping bag, and purely because of temperature. The other sleeping bag is perfectly good, but just not quite enough for a night like this. We're camping quite close to Rostirien. Over 700 metres mountain. We're at about 700 metres now where we are, just pitched up on the edge. Some quite nice views. Civilization in the background as well. Slight breeze. Tent's not moving at all because it's only a very slight breeze, but it feels really solid when it's pitched like this. Not sure about how comfortable I'll be sleeping, because seems like it's like slightly downhill this way, and I put the head end this way because this end is just a massive lumps and divots, and it's not going to be good to sleep on, especially not on this really thin mat. But my air mat, which I could have used, is actually in the baby's bedroom because she's not sleeping very well. So my partner might be on that tonight, and on my spare sleeping bag. So kind of limited as to what gear I could bring. But obviously didn't do any filming of the walking up here because it was just a bit of a last minute thing to come up this way, up into the Black Mountains. So hopefully it'll be a nice sunrise tomorrow morning, do a bit more filming then, perhaps show a bit more of the surrounds of where we are currently, and maybe a bit of a trail back to the car. But it's not a long walk because, again, it wasn't about the walk today, just about getting out, having a couple of beers, wild camping with some nice views. And yeah, I'll catch you in the morning, hopefully, with a nice sunset. Nice sunrise, obviously. Okay, it's 20 past 2 in the morning. It's been blowing quite strongly for quite a long time now. Can't say I've had that much sleep. But it's got to that stage now where I need to get out of the tent anyway. So I'm going to get out and a quick look around, see how it's holding up. It feels really solid.
But as you can hear, it is really blowing out there now. So I'm just going to go and check all the pegs and stuff, because obviously they're not, not the world's best pegs. So yeah, I don't want to get out of the sleeping bag because it's already cozy, but I'm going to have to. I am glad to be back in here. It's a really solid wind. It's not so much gusty, it's just absolutely solid, really constant, and it is bitterly cold. Reminds you that even this time of year, this high up, just over 700 metres, it can be really, really quite cold, at night especially, and that wind chill absolutely saps straight through you. So yeah, this side of the tent, the way I've got it pitched with a view, so it's kind of side on, back on, this back onto straight into the wind, so it is getting sunk in a little bit there, but nothing too serious. All the pegs are secure, all the guys are out, and they're all secure as well. So yeah, it's doing pretty well. It's a really solid tent. Certainly there's pretty minimal movement in here, considering it is really quite windy out there. And maybe I could have pitched it better, but I wasn't expecting to get this rough, to be honest. Nice stars out, but I'm not going to stand around there fighting with a tripod to get some night shots tonight. It's too windy, it's too cold, so I'm going to try and get some sleep. But the one thing I did forget was earplugs, so yeah, and it keeps sounding like there's people walking around outside. There's quite a lot of horses up here. I couldn't see any sign when I was outside the tent, but it keeps sounding like they're padding towards the tent. Your mind just really does play tricks on you outside like this. But I'm going to try and get some sleep anyway, because yeah, it's only 20 to 3 in the morning, so I could do with some. Well, it's 6:45 in the morning. I don't think I've slept very much at all, but I've been up for the sunrise. Very nice one it was as well, so it's well worth getting out of bed for. Yeah, really were quite windy all night. The app on my phone says about 30 miles an hour, but no, I've no idea. I need to buy one of those wind things so I can actually measure it properly. Tent's done really well. It's held up really well in the wind. It's really rock solid. It's not pitched ideally for it. It's catching it all in the back. It might be better if it was sort of sideways on a bit. But no, the gear's done really well. Like I said, this is still the budget £100 setup, apart from the sleeping bag, just because it was colder last night. Very glad I did take the extra warm sleeping bag, because it is pretty cold today. Really cold wind. Temperature's definitely dropped overnight. But no, it's a really solid little tent. Done really well again. So yeah, it's been summit tested, the £25 tent, and I think next time I'll have to use a different tent. I can't just keep using this one. But yeah, I'm going to try and get a bit more of a kip now, just because I'm absolutely knackered.